Right, okay, what I'm going to go on to now is show you the kit that I use to use the Ace VR system. So for this one then, I'm going to be using the MetaQuest 3 or the 3S. You can also use MetaQuest 2 as well. So that works on those with the app. Using Ace controllers, what I'm talking about, MetaQuest controllers, left-handed for left-handed shooters and a right-handed one for right-handed shooters. Notice I've already taken off the little lanyard under there because it helps it fit better into the Ace controller. Now, once you've downloaded the app and you set yourself up, it gives you a choice to using left or right, also an Ace controller. But until then, you just use these for now. With the main controls, again, you've got pick up the weapon, so reholster it on holster. The trigger itself as normal. You've then got basically a teleport button. You press it forward, and wherever you're looking, a blue line comes out with a circle on it. That then, where you're looking, you let go of the button, you then teleport to that point there. It also works as a left and right turn. It's not a continuous turn, it's like a hold it, it'll move, dunk, and then it'll move again, and move again. So, but also in the game, because it's VR, you can move yourself anyway. So it's just one of those things, if you are doing it in the seated position, because you can then move yourself around without actually having to physically move your own body. A couple of the controls on the front then as well. So you've got your meta button that takes you to open up the screen. It also resets the alignment. So if you feel like, oh, you're slightly off aligned, press and hold the MetaQuest button. Whoop, it I think realigns to your position and where you're facing. Also, we've got the A and B buttons. They are used to, A is to activate the session, as well as holding it down activates a ranked session. So you can look at that practice and rank stuff like we'll look at later on. And then you've got the B button for the unload of the weapon system. My only gripe with this system is, obviously, yes, the feel doesn't feel particularly right, but it's not too bad, is the unload. That's what I had problems with. Where I was getting quicker, I think I was a little bit sloppy, and I tried to do the unload and I'd accidentally press the end of session button, that's the A button underneath it. So that means then as I'm going to do a reload, dink, end of session, you're like, oh. Yeah, it's just annoying. So that's why eventually I bought the actual main controller. I'll look at that just now. So the main controller, when you purchase, it comes in a lovely Ace box. You can sort of see designs on it, all the bits you need. Again, there's not much on the bottom, it's just the Ace stuff basically. Now, on the website, it's $249 for the controller and a holster. You don't have to have the holster if you don't want to, but it's always best to have one. Actually, I'm just showing the holster first. There we go. This is my holster. At the moment, I've got it in my own leg holster because I can't have it up too high on my hip, so I have it a bit further down and use it down on my leg, exactly the same way as I would use a drop down, like you said, leg holster. So it sits down on the side there and I can use it as normal, okay? I can pull it out here and show you it a little bit. Comes out. There we are. There you go. There's the Ace controller. Controller, my ass. There's the Ace holster. Lovely, nice and simple. Exactly what it needs to be. Lovely. It can be changed from left side to right side. You've got to unscrew those. Little screws inside there, you can hold onto those and then you can reattach it onto here. Also, it gives you other options as well, that if you do have different types of leg platforms, you obviously can screw it into those pins as well. So it all can be changed. So that's the good thing about it. I'm going to stick that back in my leg holster in a second. So all about the Ace controller itself then. It comes in the box now. Like I said before, it's $250 for the controller and the holster. Now, also what I didn't know is the import tax or fee or wherever it was another £60. So you can sort of add that in. I think in total it worked out, it was like £220 or something like that. It's a little bit cheaper in pounds wise, but I still didn't realise there's another £60 cost just to get it in the country. It's a bit, just give me a bit of annoyance really, but I had the money, I paid for it because I want the controller. So in the box then, as you open up, straight away you get some QR codes. This helps you download the app itself if you haven't already downloaded it, because you can purchase this first and then download it all at once. Because as you open the box up, again it gives you more information of what to do if you haven't already downloaded it. Under there you get a nice bit of foam, Inside the box then, as you lift it up, you'll be able to look down, you can actually see the controller itself. Now what I've got here then is the adapter for the Meta Quest 2. Okay, just goes in the back, we'll have a look at that in a minute. It comes with an Allen key as well, very simple to change over if you need to do it. But I'm using the 3, so therefore, so take it out. There we go, and place that over there. As you can see the controller itself then, it is a realistic weight once the controller has been fitted. I'll come to that in a second. As you can see it, trigger, magazine release, okay, and that is the holding, basically the Quest controller's clip that holds it in place. You can sort of see the round eyelet with rubber grips in there, that holds the controller. You've got the little button on the side there that presses on one of the side controls. I'll show you here. Presses on that side control there to initiate the magazine release. So once you go into the system and transfer over from Quest to this, it changes the ergonomics of the controller and works in a way. So when you press the button here, you can sort of see it moving, helps you to reload. It doesn't have a magazine that actually comes out. All it does, it signals to the gun that you've pressed it, to the game you've pressed it. Then you will see the magazine come out. The slide probably already locked to the rear, so you can see it. And when you tap the bottom, it reloads and then locks the side forward, enables you to continue on shooting as quick as you can. So setting that up then is relatively easy. All you do is take the controller, second controller, place it into pull the piece back, and it locks in. That's it, and it's pretty secure. I like to push mine a little bit further forward just to make sure, because sometimes when you pull it back, you touch the trigger and it might fire by mistake. Now that's down to just the way you've set it up. So if I push it forward, and then in the game, I'll show you it later on, there's a thing called the trigger pull, and you can adjust it. So you pull the trigger and then nothing happens, and you get that click, hear that? It then fires in the game, so boom, 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 as best it can. All right, so I'll put that down for now. I'll look in a minute. Oh, back to the holster. As you can see there, that goes in. Boom, lovely. It sits quite nicely. You see there, you've got the Mac bit there. Again, it can be used just straight on the belt hook. You can literally lock it in. There you go, it's on there. You can use it as and when required. But for me, you can sort of see straight away, it's a little bit high for me. I can't really pull it up. So what I do is I changed, like I said, I changed over to my leg holster that I've had to, instead of having it the normal way around, okay, I've had to turn it the other way around. And it's very weird. It's only because of the actual the controller itself. So when that goes in, it doesn't go all the way in. So therefore I can still use it. So I don't need to use that. What I'll be using is my main holster, pull that out of the belt, and I stick that in there, like that. Very nicely, just make sure it's a few little bits there. Draw it out. Make sure I'm where I want it to be. It's a nice comfortable position. That's it, nothing's being caught. So therefore, when I'm gonna put it in and out, it's not pushing on the controller, it's not pulling it backwards, it's not changing the, drop the mag out or something, or other bits like that. So therefore it stops it from going in too deep. Hopefully, you see, we'll play in a minute, we'll find out. That goes into there, and that's how that becomes. All right, so take that out. Now, a bit on the controllers themselves, then, so it's already pre-weighted. You can sort of feel the weight of the weapon system. I've got a few notes to make sure. So as you can see here, we've got, this is the Ace, which one was this? The Arctis, I believe it's called. They have different other ones as well. They also have the SIG P365. They've got, what have they got? Sterato? I can't pronounce the word. But yeah, Sterato P, basically 1911 basically. Approximate weight is 30 ounces with the controller inside it. So you give you a real accurate feel. You can feel the weight at the back for obviously with the loaded magazine, but also you can feel the weight where the barrel would be, and that sort of stuff. So you actually do get a nice feel of when you're doing movements, okay? Now you can feel the trigger, you can hear the trigger release. You've also, again, as you can see, it sort of, the break point, boom, and then fires, boom, you can see it, and you've got trigger release, you can now click. That works really, really well. So there's those sort of business, and that sort of stops. There we go, goes back in there, keep it nice. What I'll do is I'm gonna get myself set up, and then we'll take you through once you've logged on or enter the actual app itself, and it brings you to the main hub. Now the main hub is a hut and it has all your different bits on it, and we'll go through that in just a moment. So we'll see you over there in just a minute, all right?